folks. Hey, it's Monday afternoon, about 2 p.m. I'm out here at the Maverick, North Little Rock yard, preparing to hit the road for the week. Had a nice weekend break. Thank you, truck guys, for washing my truck for me. It was parked over there, but they moved it, I guess, when they washed it and parked it here. And they've got a lot of trucks just parked over there. I was gonna say they, usually they park brand new trucks over there, but a lot of those do not look new. Maybe they've been swapping them out for new or something, I don't know. But just to remind you, here's the load I have. Picked this up at Charlotte Pipe in Monroe, North Carolina. Friday, when did I pick that up? Friday morning? Yeah. Got home Saturday morning. Here's what we got. There's the truck wash over there. Just giving you a shot. There's the training bays in there. All right, I'm gonna swing around to the supply barn and see if I can swap out a tarp. I'd like to swap this one out because it's in need of some work. So maybe I can swap out my other one because I don't know what kind of shape it's in. I'd like to know that I have at least one good tarp. All right, this load delivers tomorrow morning in Springdale, Arkansas, which is up in northwest Arkansas. And I actually called my customer because it says they have no overnight parking. But the guy told me that there is room for me to park right there in their front driveway in front of their gate. So I'm just going to get there early this evening and be there first thing in the morning. Look at all these wasps trying to get into my my product there. Make sure they're not spotted lantern flies. All right guys, let's hit the road. All right everybody, well, I stopped there at the supply barn and the guys there were kind enough to let me swap out my other 4-foot tarp because the one that's on the load needs some work. Anyway, one of the guys back there I've never seen before, turns out he's a driver and he's just working in the supply barn temporarily because he's on light duty. Said he injured his shoulder somehow. Probably throwing a strap. Oh, mercy. All right, folks. Well, let's get turned around here and get this week going. Just showing you a look of the grounds here. There's the training building straight ahead. Beyond that glass hauling trailer, a few empty trailers. So there's not any trucks still left here that have a load on it that I can see, because they've all hit the road already. I'm the last one. And I've still got half a tank of gas, so I'm good for a while. All right, see you on down the road. All right, guys. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, I've only gotten about 12 miles down the road, and if you remember last week, after I picked up this load, I talked about how some of the plastic wrapping on some of this PVC pipe had unraveled and was flopping around way back there at the tail end of the trailer, and it happened again. I mean, like I said, I've only gotten about 10 or 12 miles away from the North Little Rock Maverick yard, and I look back there and I got big plastic, about 25 feet long, whipping around back there in the wind. So I pulled off onto the shoulder of the road, went back there and pulled it down and then pulled off another piece, but had a lot of trouble with that. I wonder if some of you other Maverick drivers that have picked up this kind of stuff have had that trouble. That's the most trouble I've had out of some plastic wrapping since I've hauling some pontoon boats. Anyway, hopefully that's the end of it. All right. Okay guys, so I've arrived here at my customer in Springdale, Arkansas, and the guy that I talked to on the phone this morning told me I could park over here on this side. He said leave that side open. I'm just parked there temporarily because I wanted to go ahead and take my tarp off, kind of get some of the stuff done tonight to make tomorrow morning easier since the sun's still up. So I've got my tarp spread out here, and I did a little repair work. It's been a while since I've shown some of this repair stuff, so let me do that. You know, we used to have kind of a glue repair kit that was not real easy to use, and they've since replaced it with this tape. So I've got a little pair of scissors, and you just cut off the section you need and peel off the backing and stick it on. It works a lot better, a lot easier to use. So I've repaired this tarp. Had several rips in it, so I think I repaired 3 or 4 little tears. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my tarp put up and take off some of my straps. I'm gonna leave probably half the straps on because I'm not sure. I mean, apparently all I'm gonna have to do in the morning to get unloaded is pull through this gate, because the products that I'm hauling looks like they store them right over here. So I'm just anticipating pulling in here and getting unloaded. So, but I will leave on some minimal securements just in case. I mean, because if we get a bad storm, and it has been raining all afternoon, if we get a bad storm tonight, high winds, it could blow. If I totally take my securements off, it could blow some of that PVC off the trailer. And it was just last week when they had an F3 tornado here in this town. So hey, better leave a couple of straps on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that before it gets dark, and that'll make tomorrow morning a little easier. All right guys, Tuesday morning. I'm still here at my customer in Springdale, Arkansas. It's about 6:45 a.m. This customer is called Star Mechanical Supply. And there's a couple of guys that have already come in and opened the gate here and are inside. So I just walked up and gave one of the guys my paperwork. He came out and showed me where I'm supposed to be, because I still got several straps over the load. I thought I could go ahead and get positioned where they want me and get unstrapped. The guy asked me, he says, do we get all the product? And I said, I sure hope so. I'm not aware of another stop, because they do that often with shipments from Charlotte Pipe. In fact, the first time I ever picked up down there at Charlotte Pipe in Monroe, North Carolina, I had a split delivery. Part of the load went to a place in Nashville, Tennessee, and then part of it went elsewhere in Tennessee, like over around Clarksville or somewhere over in there. And the first place I delivered to, he didn't get all of the product. It was all mixed up. It's not like they loaded perfectly in 2 different sections where it's easy to unload. It's kind of mixed up, and he left a bundle or two of product on there. So when I got to the second delivery location, he was like, we don't, that's not our stuff. I'm like, so I had to go back to Nashville. Yeah, so if you ever have a split delivery, make sure that the guy doing the unloading is checking off his stuff to make sure he got what he was supposed to. Don't just assume he knows what he's doing. Oh, mercy. All right, so he told me just to pull up in here, kind of get in the middle, and I guess that's pretty good. And then I guess I'll be able to turn out of here and head back the other way. All right, let me get the rest of my straps off. Okay guys, so my friendly unloader Jordan has already taken off. There was one section of black pipe right here he's already taken off, and then he got that little section of 2 pipes that was right there. But I wanted to show you some of this stuff from up here. You got all sorts of elbow pieces, smaller little coupling pieces. That's what this whole pallet is. It looks like little small pieces, different sizes. So that's why I went ahead and tarped this stuff, because you know, you don't want to be driving down the freeway with just straps over these pallets. You know, what if you you know, had an accident or tumped over? You'd have black pipe flying all over the road. So there's Jordan there. He's starting to get some of the PVC pipe. I don't think he sees that one in the middle there. There was one single pipe in the middle. So there he goes. Some of it's white, some of it's gray. Let's see if I can get up here and take a look at that. Jordan is the fella I talked to yesterday on the phone when I called up here, and he's the one that kind of told me where I could park. So I thanked him for that. That was very helpful. So yeah, this gray one here is a single pipe. Can you reach it?
Yeah, should be able
to. All right. Well, that's kind of different. All right, so that's how it goes, folks. Here's kind of a shot of their yard. Nice facility. Star Mechanical. So if you need some plumbing supply up in Northwest Arkansas, this is your place. Okay, well, let's get a view from this side. This was kind of a weird load, you know. I've never had a mixture of PVC and the black piping that I recall. It's either been, you know, PVC or black piping. But not a real heavy load. All right, so there goes Jordan, getting them 2 bundles at a time. All right, guys, I'll when he unloads me, I'll send in my paperwork, let him know I'm empty, and from up here I'll probably go to Fort Smith, which I haven't been to Fort Smith in a few weeks, so I'm kind of looking forward to going there. All right, guys, well, I'm unloaded. As you can see, I was over there when Jordan unloaded me, and he had me just kind of pull around, and I'm just parking here waiting for Maverick to send me my next instructions. But you can see we're all empty. I've already walked around the trailer a couple times making sure everything's good, and I'm just waiting for my next assignment, which I'm expecting to be a deadhead to Fort Smith, but we don't know that. And I just realized somehow I lost my ink pen. I think I gave it to Brent down in North Carolina to sign the paperwork when I delivered, you know, those pallets of paver stones last week. I think Brent still might have my pen. Anyway, I asked Jordan if they might have some ink pens that, you know, they give out to customers, and he said yeah. So he went to get me a couple of pens and said he might get me a hat too. So hey, we'll start a collection. But anyway, that's it for Tuesday morning. All right, we'll see you on down the road. Hey, I just wanted to show you guys what Jordan fixed me up with. He gave me a whole handful of ink pens, Star ink pens, and a cap, and a stack of notepads. So, man, thank you, Jordan. Hey, one more quick thing, guys, before I leave out of here. They just sent me a deadhead to Fort Smith, so GPS says that's about an hour and 24-minute drive, and making a fresh pot of coffee. And man, I had something good happen while I was searching my truck for an ink pen, which Jordan gave me a bunch of new ink pens, so I'm all good. I found an old container of CDs here, and I found one of my favorite CDs. I'm fixing to start listening to it. Steve Miller Greatest Hits from 74 to, what's it say, 74 to 78. I can't read it. So anyway, we're gonna have a little fun with that.